Guns, guns, guns!
What's up, everybody? We're going to take a quick look at some more weapons. This time, this haul came from AliExpress. I've got Action Force figure over here to show for comparison, along with Tunnel Rat. He seemed to do pretty well with the other comparisons. There's one weapon I don't think I'm going to try, and that's going to be the Dragunov sniper rifle, and I will explain to you on that here shortly. So let's go ahead and get started on that and take a quick look. So right here, first off, these are some straps with some clamps or whatever, snaps to make for your figures for a sling. However, I have not taken these out of the pack yet because I'm scared I'm going to lose these pieces. I might not even mess with this. I saw where it said assembly, but I'm a little bit intimidated with all these little parts and such. I'm going to try to make some slings out of some ribbon, adjustable elastic ribbon that I have seen done many times on another YouTuber's channel. I will link his channel in my description along with the video that he showed on how to make some slings, and he does a heck of a good job on it. But yeah, I've got these slings right here. I'm not too much of a fan of those. I also picked up this belt, and it has like a small holster in there. I'm not sure if any of the pistols that I bought will fit that holster, but again, I'm not taking these out. I know I'm trying to show y'all about it, but I will lose these pieces, and I have several fur babies, and I'll never see these again if I drop it on the carpet. So there's that right there. And the next thing we're going to do is take a look at some of these weapons. Now, some of these are going to fit, and some of these aren't going to fit. You know, you just kind of buy at your own risk when you're buying some of these things. And some of these were somewhat a little pricey. So I'm not sure if I'm going to get them again, but they look great. They do have a nice RPG that I want to get. I thought I had bought it, but I must have thought about it and just not picked it up. But the first thing we're going to take a look at is this hat right here. And this comes with this revolver, which I'll show in a second. But this is sort of like a set that plays towards Rick Grimes in The Walking Dead. And I just thought it would be cool to have a nice sheriff's hat that I could utilize. Now, I did try it on Tunnel Rat already, and it is a little too big for him. But the detail on this is very nice if you just want to have it on the desk of your action figure and you're taking some photos. But we'll take Tunnel Rat right here and put it on, and you can see it's a little bit too big. Now, it might work with some of your other 1/12 scale figures, but it definitely is not going to work with Tunnel Rat. So we're going to try it right here with this figure just to see. And let's see. It's a little bit better, but not a whole bunch. But, yeah, the detail on it's real nice, though. But, yeah, it's a little too big. But I do like the way it looks. And it came with this revolver right here. Let's get the trusty tweezers out. So there is the revolver. Looks really good. Some nice detail. So, looks really nice. So we're going to take a quick look at these other pistols just here shortly. Okay, everyone, we're going to take a quick look at these other pistols. Now, these pistols all came in one pack, and I basically wanted a variety of pistols that I could have on a weapons backboard. So you got this one right here. Detail looks really good. tell. It does have a hole, but it is way, I don't even know if the camera can pick it up. It's way too small for blast effects. So we got that one. Got this one right here. And you know, pistols all come in different varieties and sizes. And I just wanted some, if they didn't work, to put like on a miniature pegboard for your arsenal weapons rack. This one right here. And I'll try to fit these in some of these figures' hands at the end of the video to show you. It has a small hole, too small for blast effects, and it's not very deep. Again, I think these are just going to be way too small. And that's unfortunate because they look really nice. I think, along with like the Dragunov, I think these are more in scale with your SH Figure Arts characters and Figma, especially Figma, because I believe that's the same company that does Little Armory. And I love the Little Armory stuff. However, it's just way too small for my 1/12 scale 6-inch figures, because Figma and I want to say Figure Arts are true 1/12 scale, whereas the American products are a little bit bigger. They say they're 1/12, but they do range in some size. Now, the Black Series 1/12 are pretty true to a 1/12 scale. That's a nice pistol right there. Again, it's like a backup piece. But again, I don't think it's going to work with these figures. But we will show you momentarily. Now, this right here, let me zoom out just a little bit. This right here, you would think it's too big for your figures, but this type of missile launcher is pretty true to scale based on, you know, some of the photos I've seen online of real ones. And I want to say these were used a lot in that movie, Navy SEALs. If I'm not mistaken, these were the things that were hijacked from the terrorists, but I could be wrong. But I do like the way this one feels. And it came in 3 pieces. This piece snaps on, and this piece snaps on. Now I'm going to go ahead and show you right here. There's 2 spots. Let me see if I can get right here. There's one right there and one right there. And there's a male end on the actual launcher and a female end on this plate that I believe is like a radar. But I couldn't get it to snap in, and I put some pressure to it. However, I can definitely tell if I put too much pressure on it, something's going to break on it. And I tried to get it off, and I definitely got that one wedged in. But either I didn't line it up too well, or this peg hole is just a little too small for that end. And I didn't want to force it, and I didn't want to break it. And it still looks perfectly fine. But to be transparent, I did not get that end too well. But I love the writing on the side. You got your handle right here, and it's got a huge back end, and maybe this is possible for another person to stand as support to it. I'm not really sure, but it looks really good. I like the detail to it, and we'll put this in Tunnel Rat's hands here shortly, but it definitely looks good. I'm glad to have this one for the armory. We'll take a last look at these rifles here in just a second. Okay, the first rifle we're going to take a look at is this M4 looking weapon. The magazine does come out. It's got a collapsible looking stock right there. It's very detailed. I love the gunmetal color to the actual receiver, the sights, the barrel, and I love how there's a different black for the grip, the magazine, the handguard, and the stock back here. I love that two-tone color, but what I really love is this small writing, which I don't know if you can pick it up, but it's right there above the magazine housing. And I'm going to take a quick look myself. It looks like it's legible, but you'd have to use a magnifying glass. However, I just love the way that looks on there because it just looks pretty authentic, because I've had some rifles in the past that were like that. I love the details right here on the handguard where it also acts as the back sight. Looks really good. So this is definitely a win. However, it does scale just a tad bit smaller than I wanted, but it looks really, really good. And again, it has a hole in the barrel, but way too small. There you go. You can get a look at it right there for any type of blast effects. But looks-wise, this is gorgeous. Playability-wise, we'll see here shortly. And to be honest, I haven't tried any of these weapons in any of these figures just yet. The next one we're going to take a look at is, I believe this is a Russian Dragunov. Probably butchering how you say the name. Magazine does come out of this. The silencer does come out. I would suggest you be very easy when you put this in. This is a hard plastic. And I could definitely see someone accidentally snapping it. But the details on this is very gorgeous. The reason I'm probably not going to put this in their hands, if you've owned any weapons that have this kind of stock where you kind of got to squeeze the hand in like so, and then get the finger in the trigger guard, it is a pain in the rear. And I definitely don't want to risk breaking this part. Again, sometimes I buy these weapons just based on the looks. So you can have it like in the background or leaning in the corner near a window, or just posed up next to your figure. Because the details are great. They're just not very compatible with the figure. So I'm going to go ahead and tell you right now, I'm definitely not going to try this one. I will show it next to the figure so you can get an idea. But I just don't want to risk breaking it and just going down that road. But looks-wise, it looks great. Got a nice long-distance scope right there. Love the wood grain look to it. It looks really good. So happy to have that with the arsenal. And then the last sniper rifle we're going to take a look at looks to have like a starlight scope on it. That's why it's so big. Some people might be like, oh, that's too big. But you do have some optics out there that are like that. And this one looks really good. I like how it has a two-tone color for the scope and the handguard right there. I believe this grip is going to be too small again for these action figures, but looks-wise, looks gorgeous to have. I even love how they have holes on the barrel for like a compensator. And like I said, the detail on it is just gorgeous. Playability-wise, I don't think it's going to do too well, but I will show you, or attempt to show you, a figure holding it. And yeah, looks really good. So there you have it. All right, stand by just 1 second. Let's get some of these figures holding these. Okay, here we go, everyone. Now, please forgive my posing skills. They are definitely not the best, but I do want to show you what the weapons look like in the hands of the figures. And this one actually worked out good. I really wish on G.I. Joe Classified I could get some of these figures to really do a two-hand grip on these a lot easier, but with the plastic and the joints, it's just, it makes it very difficult sometimes to do so. Again, some people are a whole lot better at it, but you know, to get it up where you want it and it's just, I have some difficulty. But figure looks great holding this gun. The good news is with these type of AR style rifles, they come in many different lengths and some sizes. So glad this one works with the figures. Definitely looks good with Tunnel Rat, and happy to have that one most definitely now. Of course, this isn't the proper way to hold a sniper rifle, but I wanted to show you right here. It did fit, but yes, you can definitely see where the grip is too small, but you can make it work if you need to. Like I said, I'm not the best at posing, and I wish they had never put a hole back here on this figure. I mean, he's undercover, so he's not going to be taking a rut sack with him. That's just a vent session. But it looks really good. Again, a person with better posing skills could make magic happen out of this. But I do want to show you how it looks and scales next to one of my 6-inch figures. So we're going to take a quick look at the revolver and the rocket launcher. I will show you the Dragunov next to the figure right there, because I'm definitely not going to try to put that in there. Apologies on that. Just look at that head wobble. Like a bobblehead. But there's where it scales. Let's get him out of the way next to a figure. And we're going to take a quick look at these other ones. Okay, here we are with Tunnel Rat with the surface-to-air looking radar-guided missile system launcher. I guess that's what you would call it. And it's definitely big, but again, from photos that I've seen online, it looks like these type of launchers are pretty big lengthwise. And now I'll show you right there. Now the hand grip is actually that part right there. You can already see where I stressed it some. Let me see if you can. There we go. Where I stressed it just a little bit, and it was too loose because the grip is so small. So what I did was I opened up Tunnel Rat's hand a little bit further and used the housing that the grip is actually inserted into to get it in there. And there's no way to put anything coming out of this because there's a black cap right here, but there is a hole back here that maybe something in your accessory bin could work in the rear of it. But again, just to have it in the background or a figure holding it, I'm happy with it. But like I said, I do want to be transparent on the grips and such. Some of these work and some of them do not. And you'll see what I'm talking about right here. The grip was a little too small, so I used some of this part to hold in his hand. So instead of gripping right there, he kind of gripped it way up here. So there's that. And then there's this dude holding this revolver. I don't know if it's a Python or what, but it's got some good size to it. I'm trying to get close in. I got the finger in the trigger guard area, but be careful because that piece right there is very thin and narrow. So you could risk either breaking the trigger guard or the trigger itself. But sculpt wise and paint wise, these, I mean, this is amazing right here. Again, I don't think it works too well for 6-inch figures, but I can fudge it in because you can see the grip only comes up to almost his ring finger on his hand. But looks good for what it is. So there's that. We'll take a quick look at these other little pistols. I don't think some of them are going to do well, but let me get them in their hands and come right back to you. Okay, the last one we're going to look at is just this pistol, as the other ones could not even fit in Tunnel Rat's hands. I tried multiple times and it was just too small. This is the biggest one out of that lot that I showed you. And I was able to get it in the grip some, but the fingers are even too big to fit properly in the trigger area. So the pistols are good for, per se, decoration or just setting on a table in some of your shots, but it's a big loss. Big 0 out of 10 on the pistols, in my opinion. I would not recommend getting these. Of course, I'm going to use them the best way that I can, but I wouldn't go on AliExpress specifically looking for 1/12 scale pistols, at least not the ones I'm going to show you, or if I haven't already showed you a photograph of these products that I found on there. So 1 out of 2 sniper rifles will work. 2 out of 2 of them look great and will fit my needs. The hat is a little too big. The revolver, I can make it work. And the AR rifle, I'm happy with. And I'm definitely happy with the rocket launcher. The straps, these over here, I wouldn't even recommend messing with these. And again, I will link the video to the gentleman that I watch frequently that does a lot of kit bashing, and he made some awesome slings in the description of this video. Hope you enjoyed. Please leave a like, a comment. It really helps my channel. I know you get a lot of people that say that. I am trying to get to 1,000. I'm at 950. I've got about 200 videos, you know, just showing toy hauls, accessories, and hauls from Temu and AliExpress and such that hopefully help people with their figures. Till next time, thanks for watching. Later.